My name is Ashley Barron, ACS. I'm at CAMERIMAGE just to come back to it after so many years of being away. And my recent work, Dangerous Liaisons, won an ACS award in the television category.
Are you a spirit now, Valmont? Come to haunt me in the script? Take me away from here.
I have a plan for us. Marry me, Camille. Marry me.
I'm going to marry him.
You can't trust him.
I am obsessed with the memory of you.
I got involved with Dangerous Liaisons because the production company of it put me forward after I'd worked with them on another show. They put me forward to the director, and then the director saw actually my music video work and responded to it. And so, yeah, and then I was wrapped on one show, and like a week later I was in Prague. I was the second block, which was the second half of the show, and I had 4 weeks of pre-production for the whole thing, which was for the behemoth that was our show. Every episode had its own flagship massive event. Within it, it was like basically prepping 4 feature films in 4 weeks. It was quite incredible. The look that we aimed to achieve was a progression for our block. The director, he knew that he wanted certain episodes to have an overarching feel, but we had a sort of progression towards the climax and towards the end of the show and towards, you know, into darkness, basically. So the beginning of the end of the demise of many characters, so it's meant to feel, you know, brighter and alive, and then which kind of underlines it when it gets darker. So we inherited the first block's camera package, and then we filled out with a few lenses. So it was the Alexa Mini LF and K35s, Canon K35 Prime. You know, and I've always really enjoyed working with them wide open. It was interesting though in the experience that I had, that because we had a lot of, there was something that certain lenses and the wide open would create this, around the highlights, this sort of magenta outline. And so being a period piece lit often by candles and with a lot of candles in shot, I actually had to close down sometimes because it would, you know, that would mean a lot of work for post. To begin with, my director really enjoyed movement. Also, we had a lot where a cast member would walk out from a dark room into the outside. I always work with light to reflect first and foremost the story and the emotion of the scene. You try to have it motivated by something that the audience can grasp in terms of, to a certain degree, reality, that, you know, that it doesn't distract them from like, where is that light coming from, that it has a motivation, but that it's still, I guess, creative, that there's a little bit of poetic license. I'm a big fan of, because I'm drawn to character-driven like subject matter, so I really enjoy a wider lens close-ups, like a 35mm or, you know, in that range close-up, because I feel like it's real proximity to cast, where you still feel the world around them, but because you still feel the world around, but you're that close, it brings you into the experience even more. So I tend to gravitate towards those kinds of lenses regardless. In Dangerous Liaisons, we also, you know, the director really enjoyed the 40mm and the 65, certain close-ups on it. So we did, when we went into certain close-ups, that was always our go-to lens. You know, like in the episode that I won the award for, like there was moments where it was, you know, we had a big ball sequence, and there was a lot of, you know, our main character is on searching for somebody within the crowd, and, you know, so being with her whilst also having that perspective of, you know, point of view looking at that 65 was a real, and it was a fast lens. It was like, but you know, that focal length really helped create that proximity to character whilst also feeling like you're seeing the world, or particularly pinning in on somebody. I enjoy the kind of the coming together of practical and lighting, you know what I mean? So it's not just the next door neighbor's lamp. What's next for me is I'm attached to a feature film, which I'm excited to do. I haven't done a feature in a long time, so that would be lovely. And then seeing where the world ends up, you know, after the year that we've had, and seeing, it'll be really interesting to see what it does to the culture of long form filmmaking. You know, it was post-pandemic, it was just content, and it'd be really interesting to see what the next year brings in that respect, like where will we land in the industry. So it's exciting times, I think.